Well, it took just 1 hour for Caitlin Clark's return to Carver Hawkeye Arena to be sold out. Tickets went on sale at 9 this morning. They were all gone before general sale to the public even started.
What happened?
When two up-and-coming celebrities clash, one sells out 15,000 seats in 30...
Realize that the Chicago Sky were also playing the Brazilian national team at LSU.
6 minutes, with tickets reaching $445,000 in just 2 minutes, while the other finds it difficult to fill seats at $29. The ticket for the NBA Wars has revealed a harsh reality about star power, and it has nothing to do...
Check and see what the prices look like on seeing the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark go, of course, play the Brazilian national team at, Carver Hawkeye Arena? Is that right? In Iowa? I was like, I'm going to check on tickets, right? I'm going to see where those bad boys are at. Because yesterday, in my video that I did, of course, these tickets sold out. Regular purchase tickets, 15,000 were gone in 36 minutes. But, so here we are today, folks. And ticket prices are still freaking ridiculous. All right, this is, of course, Caitlin Clark and the rest of her teammates, right, taking on the Brazilian national team preseason. Right here, 4,000. This is vividseats.com, 4,000 down to $484. You'll see down here some Yahoo listed tickets, 2 tickets for $41,407.
Let's start with talent. Instead, it's about who is fueling the league's billion-dollar surge and who is watching from empty arenas. Let's break it down into 3 parts. To begin, we need to go back to Caitlin Clark's college days. Not just the highlights, but also the moments that made her a cultural phenomenon. This question has been plaguing the WNBA for a long time. How did she become the league's first real economic hurricane? Clark fell 41 points in March 2023. In the Elite 8 against Louisville, he recorded 10 assists and 8 rebounds. But what most people remember is the 30-footer from the logo, a heat-check 3 that went viral before the ball even hit the net, which wasn't just a basket, but a statement that Clark wasn't here to play basketball, but to change the rules. Fast forward to April 2024, when the Indiana Fever released a press release. The first
this one, although I should, really, for the sake of the video, but I'm only going to count this one, all right? I don't know what this one is supposed to be, but we are now officially $400 over top price yesterday.
But the real story...
season game for Clark would be a homecoming at Iowa's Carver Hawkeye Arena. It would be an exhibition match against Brazil, rather than a regular season game or even an NBA event. But Iowa's athletic department wasn't gullible. They had witnessed Clark's final college game, where fans camped out in the bitterly cold 10°C weather to watch her shoot around. They knew that demand would be fierce, but this fierce let's clear up the ticket chaos. Carver Hawkeye has 15,000 admirers. The Fever and Iowa's ticket office decided to give season ticket holders and donors priority, which is standard procedure, except that the pre-sale began at 9:00 a.m., and by 9:36 a.m., all tickets were sold out 36 minutes later. The public's websites crashed, and more than 200,000 fans flooded Twitter with screenshots of error messages. I refreshed 3 devices and still received nada, one person remarked. This is Beyoncé at Coachella to the fullest extent conceivable. Not the sellout, but the aftermath, with resale sites lighting up like a Christmas tree within hours, was the story. Let's pause here. StubHub listed nose beds for $500, lower 4-bowl seats for $2,000, courtside for an impressive $6,000, and then the $45,000 offering. $45,000 for a Brazil preseason match in Iowa. This wasn't just a ticket, it was a golden ticket, a status symbol, and a flex that all of a sudden everyone wanted in, from Crypt Brothers to Instagram influencers. Why is this important? Because Clark's appeal isn't just athletic, it's cultural. Remember when she broke Pete Maravich's NCAA scoring record, or when her Fever jersey sold out more than any NBA rookie save Wanyama? This isn't fandom, it's a movement, where people are paying to witness history rather than basketball. Let's go back to the WNBA's previous attempts to generate buzz. The Sheryl Swoopes launch in 1997, even Diana Taurasi, arguably the GOAT, never made a difference like this, which is why the WNBA relied on the excitement of, "We're just happy to be here," Clark, who is here to burn the house down in the Interleague. Lisa Leslie and Rebecca Lobo were excellent players, but the league had trouble selling tickets. To be clear, Angel Reese is a powerful woman. Reese's brand is based on reaction. "You Can't See Me Taunting Clark During the Championship" went viral, but it also locked her and Clark's shadow villains generate clicks. Although her 2023 NCAA title run with LSU was renowned, her 34-4-15 rebound finish versus Clark's Hawkeyes was legendary. Heroes leave behind legacies, which leads us to May 2024, when the Chicago Sky scheduled Reese's LSU homecoming against the same opponent, Brazil. On paper, this made sense, as Reese's LSU royalty delivered their first title, but the entire section sat empty, and resale sites listed tickets for $36, $50, even $88,000, which was probably a troll job. The discrepancy was mocked on Twitter. Angel's homecoming appears to be a Tuesday Black Friday sale, so why didn't Reese's celebrity convert into some branding? Next to persona Iowa roots is Clark's girl. Middle America responds well to a relentless work ethic. By you, Reese Barbie's glitzy, aggressive, and unapologetic extravaganza is effective with her 2.5 million TikTok followers, but not at ticket booths. In addition to the unsettling reality of race and marketability, there is a gap between her social media influence and actual demand. Black talents have traditionally been underpromoted by the WNBA. Although Brittany Grinder's unjustified detention in Russia served as a wake-up call, the league continues to struggle to market players who don't match the acceptable pattern. A fearless black lady from Baltimore who performs in the Deep South, Reese, finds herself in a difficult situation because she is either too loud or not appreciative enough. Let's avoid reducing this to a racial issue, but in the meanwhile, Clark receives the America's Sweetheart edit of a narrative that has been promoted by the media since her freshman year. It has to do with telling stories. Homegrown Clark's arc. In a Disney storyline, Phenom remains devoted to Iowa, breaks all records, and becomes the league's face. Reese's experience moving to LSU from Maryland retaliating against critics winning a title is a real deal, but it doesn't have the idyllic ending. Clark's games seem to be occasions. Reese's preseason history seems to provide a parallel. In 1999, the WNBA marketed Cheryl Swoops as Jordan, and Lisa Leslie began dunking Leslie. The highlights of Swoops' play sounded comparable, but today's fans want fireworks over fundamentals. Reese's double-doubles are impressive, but not necessary. And Clark's logo 3 E's and no-look passes give that. CTV. The WNBA is at a turning point. The league can make money if it capitalizes on Clark's unique attraction, as evidenced by her ticket craze. A brutal reality is revealed by Reese's struggle. To understand why Caitlin Clark's tickets sell like concert passes while Reese's collect dust, we must discuss generational fans. Today's fans aren't just passive spectators, they are investors who buy into stories, not just teams. Talent alone doesn't sell personality. It's the character of the humble hero or the unapologetic villain that is in the resale prices. In a time of influencer capitalism, Clark Story's devotion to small-town humility above glitz strikes a distinct chord. The mercenary from Reese moved to LSU. The Kevin Durant impact is powerful yet emotionally taxing. Hollow, and this is the point at which the cost of tickets becomes symbolic. Clark's 145,000 resale seats are about access to be a part of a cultural reset, not basketball. Reese's $20 tickets are a cheap, plentiful, and forgettable commodity. But let's not write Reese from history adores a comeback. Recall Wilson? She was deemed unmarketable by critics early in her career, but now she is Nike's face of women's basketball and a 2-time MVP. Rays might do the same if she changes her mind and stops using the Clark parallels with streetwear. Brands emphasize her unadulterated persona more. The WNBA should assist by marketing her independently rather than as Clark's rival. The league is at a crossroads. Negotiations for a 2025 TV deal are imminent, and Clark's hype is driving up the asking price. However, if it can't duplicate her success with other stars, it could become the Caitlin Clark show with 11 sidekicks, which is unsustainable. Therefore, who is actually making a difference? The responses in the receipts tab like, if your team Clark comment if your team Reese, but let's be honest, the resale market already voted subscribe and hit the